Hello, I'm James Muller, and I will be your instructor for English Dramatic Literature. Now, like every other upper level English course, this is mostly a writing initiative. But instead of studying fiction or nonfiction or world lit, we're going to focus on dramatic literature, everything from the ancient Greeks to Hamilton. I'm sure you're going to enjoy this journey. Now, I myself have been an educator for many, many years, but not always in the formal classroom. I directed a national tour group for over 30 years, a performance troupe that traveled back and forth across America, singing more than 310 shows a year, mostly in veterans hospitals, but also in fairs, banquets, and conventions, any venue to fund that nonprofit initiative. Again, a 30-year tenure of creating more than 250 shows that traveled to celebrate the very men and women who have given us our freedom. My purpose here this morning is to give you an opportunity to understand what the culture of our classroom is intended to be. Look, I know the investment that you're making financially, in time, and in energy and enthusiasm to make this educational journey work. You're here because you want to be. You want to enhance your learning. You want to enhance your options as you travel through this graduate program. With those sacrifices you're making in mind, I want you to understand something. I want you to succeed. I am here for you. And the key to success in a classroom is always communication. First things first, you will always have a voice in my classroom. You will have the opportunity to share your ideas, to bring me your concerns, and I will respond with speed to make sure you understand and have everything that you need. I will give you the rationales. I will make sure that you understand what's going on and that you can give me that feedback that you need to make sure that you know you have been heard. Secondly, I will work diligently to make sure I'm responding to your questions and concerns with alacrity. Hey, I was a student once. I still am. And one of the things that frustrated me so much was not being able to get the answers I needed in the time that I needed. We're all putting other things aside to make this journey work. When you need an answer, I want to make sure you get it as fast as possible. To that end, feel free to text me on the digital platform with the class, email, or even send a direct text to my private phone. I'll respond as soon as possible. Reach out. Be sure that I will make myself available to you for your success. Thirdly, I'll respond with practical instructions, rationales, and yes, even correction when necessary. But don't worry, I'm here to help you succeed. Not only do you have to not be anxious about our classroom discussions, but you don't have to be anxious about my reaction about your coming to me. They say there's no silly question, and that's absolutely true. And in my experience, I really appreciate the approach of folks who take the initiative to make sure that they have all the tools they need to create the assignments, to complete the work, and again, to enhance their own educational journey. Now, when you're talking about communication, you're talking about people, and we all have moments where things might get a little out of hand. There might be some things that creep into our communication to maybe sabotage our journey a little bit. We all get busy, deadlines might seem heavy and looming, tempers might even flare, but there's nothing that will become between your ability and my opportunity to help you to clarify anything plainly. I will give you the reason for the assignment, any kind of rationale, any kind of direction, any kind of guidance that you need. So don't worry about that whatsoever. If you sense a problem brewing, my biggest suggestion is to get to me right away. Make sure that you're not letting anything fester. There's no reason to be sitting in an atmosphere of doubt or delay when you need information to complete the lessons. My main goal here is to create a mutually respectful partnership. Look, it all boils down to packaging. If you have an issue with me or the work I've assigned and you want to get in touch with me, I suggest you start with something like, Mr. Muller, I seem to not be able to find the elements you said would be available in the online platform. What am I missing? That kind of thing. Believe it or not, I have gotten messages or full frontal conversations of folks saying, yo, teach, can't find this stuff. What's up with this dorky assignment? Now, none of you would respond or move to me like that if you knew you wanted to get something. We're all adults, again, after all. But believe it or not, our character may not always be able to trump our emotions and the reaction of that time frame. So make sure you can stop, take a step back, and package everything in such a way to get the best response out of the person with whom you're talking, whether it's me or one of your classmates. And again, if you've got a disagreement with me or with a classmate, do those things that help de-escalate conflict. 1, package your words carefully, and 2, take that step back, be calm, respond, don't react. We live in a heavily reactive society, have you noticed? Social media is awash with folks who verbally throw out their opinion with little to no consequence. And the hurtfulness, the intended vitriol of all that is simply not necessary. And it has no place in my classroom. Everybody's going to bring a different background. Everyone's going to bring a different idea. And all of our thoughts are valid. And I want to hear from you every single time we're in an assignment. Not only will we be learning the elements of writing and how to present our great ideas in a packaged form that makes the best impact, we're going to be learning about communication itself. Communication is a lesson in and of itself, especially in today's society. We have an opportunity to understand that if we put communication and balance together, we are uniting 2 facets of our walk that really need to be taken into consideration, especially in this day and age. And that's what we're going to do in my class. It may take a little bit of adjustment as adults to have those words in our quiver that allow us to present our ideas to someone else in a way that can be universally received. But we will work on it. We'll all have the vocabulary common to each of us to make those kinds of adjustments and to create a safe learning environment. I'm so grateful that you're coming to class. I'm sure that you will enjoy English dramatic literature, and I know that you're making the attempts to enhance your own journey educationally and in life will be better as we employ a great communication for a safe classroom. See you soon.